And good morning, everyone. Welcome to this day. Another warm day out there today. I'll tell you about the weather in just a moment. On our show today, we have Dr. Crystal Turner, and she is the superintendent for Saddleback Valley Unified School District. And we're going to talk about several programs that are going on in that district and her view of the future as well. Now, the Bridge Club, we're going to bring you a segment with them. Also, Globe headlines, and Jennifer did a report on that, lots of good photos, and also take you out to the Orange County Fair. I think it's going on through this weekend. Now, there are a lot of meetings on today, and so I'll kind of go down the list as quickly as I can. United Landscape at 9 o'clock in the boardroom. We also have Mutual 50, and they're having their agenda prep over in the towers at 10. The Docent Tour, if you'd like to go on that at 1 o'clock today, you need to email docent at vmsinc.org to let them know that you'd like to participate. United has their 2019 business plan at 1:30 today in the boardroom. As you know, GRF had theirs yesterday, and tomorrow will be Third. Thirds, by the way, will be in the morning. And then the agenda prep will be for Third at 1:30 in the Willow Room. Now let's get to the weather, and you've probably seen that the good news is we got that marine layer back today. It kind of came back almost a day early. Now that's going to dissipate, and the temperatures are going to be right back up to where they were yesterday. So we're still looking at very hot temperatures, especially out where that fire is, Lake Elsinore. They're looking at about maybe 102 today out there. But for us going forward, there still is that slight chance of a little rain coming in to Orange County tomorrow. Again, if that does happen, it's just a slight chance maybe in the morning, but that marine layer should stick around for several days, and that is certainly good news for the fire that's coming along. Now, I can tell you this morning, because of that marine layer, it just laid down all the smoke. And so we live up in RSM, and there was just a lot of smoking conditions up there this morning because of the marine layer sort of put a cap on that. Down here, it's not as bad. In fact, once I got to work, I really didn't smell much smoke at all. However, certainly unhealthful conditions for the most part throughout Orange County, and definitely if for some reason you're going into the Inland Empire today, really bad conditions out there, and that will continue. Let's take a look around Orange County and beyond today. And again, temperatures are, I would say, just about exact of what we had yesterday. Not much difference at all. As you can see, the beach is about 87 everywhere else, the mid to upper 90s. I think our house, I saw yesterday when I got home, I think around 5 o'clock or so, we were about 101. So another hot day today. Things will start to go down, as I said, a little bit tomorrow, but particularly the weekend. And yes, warm, hazy, and possible smoky conditions, just depending where you happen to be. So you'll probably get it a little bit here. It's not as bad as it was. You see our camera here, but remember, we're looking about northeast on our camera, so we're seeing all that. But here, a little bit of smoke for sure, but certainly not as bad as if you go inland where it's really bad up there. All right, we'll be back in just a moment.
El Toro Pharmacy, your health needs and your quality of life is our top priority. We can be trusted with all your prescription needs, delivered free to your doorstep. Call us to have your prescription transferred. We will take care of everything. No hassle to you. We are a full-service pharmacy carrying all your over-the-counter medicines at competitive prices. And we offer complete diabetic care and your immunization requirements too. Under new management, come visit us in Moulton Plaza. El Toro Pharmacy will never be undersold, and we offer the finest after-sales services.
If you asked me what I wanted to be when I was a child, I would have told you a princess or an astronaut, maybe even a chef. But things change. I may not have become a princess, but I found someone who treated me like one. I may not have become an astronaut, but I still got to see the world. I may not have become a chef, but you would never leave my house hungry. The Emeritus Institute has kept my love of learning alive. Every day is a new adventure, and the Emeritus classes have made it possible to keep living out my dreams. Sign up today and begin your life's next adventure.
When you travel with AAA, you get more than a vacation. you get exclusive AAA member benefits, special offers on unforgettable experiences, and the travel planning knowledge of your own AAA travel agent. When you travel with AAA, you get the vacation of your dreams. To save on a pleasant holidays vacation, visit your local AAA travel agent today.
Hi, it's Desiree from Irvine Subaru, where families come first. As a family-ran dealership, your family's safety is our #1 priority. Come in and find the perfect Subaru from the largest selection of Subarus in Orange County. All models are top safety picks by the Insurance Institute of Highway Safety. We offer the ideal balance of safety, performance, and economy. Irvine Subaru, more Subarus, more safety, more performance, more love.
And welcome back. With me right now is Dr. Crystal Turner. She is the superintendent for the Saddleback Valley Unified School District. I'd like to welcome you.
Thank you.
Nice
Thank you
to
for
have
having me.
Yeah, it's great to have you here. And as a lot of you folks watching know, my wife teaches in the district, and we have someone else here whose wife teaches in the district, and my daughter goes there. So we're very well connected with it, and it's great to have you on today. First, let's talk about your background.
Sure. So I have actually been part of the Saddleback family for a very long time. I started as a teacher in Foothill Ranch, and then I became an assistant principal there as well. Then I went on to be a principal still in Saddleback at Aliso Elementary and then Olivewood Elementary. And then I left the district for 5 years, and then I'm so thrilled to be back with my family here in Saddleback Valley. My husband also taught in Saddleback, so we're feeling very connected as well. So
yeah.
Saddleback definitely has always been a bit of a home for me.
Yeah, well, give us a kind of an overview, because you know, school districts have certainly changed over the years. You know, you have the traditional K through 12. Now, of course, there's so many more options out there. You have charter, you have magnet schools, alternative schools. It's a really different landscape than what it used to be even just 10 years ago.
Right. So when I first came in, it's been about 1.5 years since I started here in Saddleback. When I first came in, I talked to about 300 different stakeholders. Everyone I could find, I talked to, teachers, staff, administrators, community members, and I asked them all the same 3 questions. I said, what are we doing really well? What do we need to work on? And what can we do together as a team to make Saddleback the best district in the state? And it was really interesting because one of the things that came out is an interest in specialty or magnet schools. And so I took that to heart, and the Board of Education has led this district tremendously through this process of opening 3 brand new different types of schools for our families. So we opened the Virtual Academy last year, kindergarten through 8th grade, and that's an online school for families who maybe they have an athlete or an actor, or maybe their own personal jobs take them away a lot and they need some more flexibility. And so we started that. It was so successful, we're now expanding it into the 9th through 12th. So we have a full K through 12 virtual academy offering in Saddleback. We also have identified a need for 2 different elementary magnet schools. So we have our Santiago STEAM Magnet School coming online in Lake Forest this fall. And we also have the primary years program, International Baccalaureate, it's a mouthful, magnet, at Linda Vista Elementary in Mission Viejo. And so we're very excited for those opportunities. We really have taken the stance as a school district that parents have choices, and we want to be the choice that they pick. And so we have incredible neighborhood schools, and now we have some specialty schools to meet the needs of all of our families.
The Virtual Academy, I know about fairly well when that came online about 1 year ago. In fact, for K through 8, it's currently based at Melinda Heights, where my wife taught.
Yes.
But the magnet schools, people may not know what that means compared to a charter school.
Sure.
So if you could explain.
Absolutely. So our magnet schools are a public school within the Saddleback Valley School District. So we run it ourselves. I forgot to mention we also have the Gates dual immersion magnet,
Right.
and that has been in effect for many, many years.
Yeah.
In fact, they were the first dual immersion school in Orange County, I believe, maybe even the state of California. So we have that is already in existence, and so it operates as one of our schools. We hire the teachers, we hire the principal. It's supported by the district staff for IT, for maintenance. It's one of our public schools that parents can choose to have their student attend through the school choice process. So once they've been accepted, then that's their school.
And we've seen even through school choice is when it's available, people will come from a different district.
That's right.
Into the district that is this area, into Saddleback Valley Unified. And they choose those for various reasons. One is the great education. Maybe you're offering something that they're not. It could be just their location.
That's right. Yeah, we offer school choice both within our school district and also from outside. So we will have lots of families who choose to come, for various reasons. Maybe they want to attend a school closer to their parents' work, or perhaps they've heard about the wonderful programs that we're offering. We've had a lot of success at Gates Elementary, having students from all over the county come to be part of that school. And we're hoping to see the same thing at both Santiago and Linda Vista.
A lot that's changed over, again, probably just in the past 10 years, of course, is Common Core. There is also the STEM and/or STEAM programs, where a lot of emphasis is put on technology and science, which is great, and of course, everything else that goes along with that. What do you see as far as coming up, even for this coming school year, the type of changes you'd like to implement, maybe some of the activities?
You know, it's really interesting. We do have this specialty STEAM program, and it stands for science, technology, engineering, the arts, not in fine arts per se, but in design practices and mathematics. And so the Santiago STEAM Magnet will focus on an integrated model that focuses on those subjects throughout the full school day. So it won't just be, it's STEAM time now. No, it's STEAM time throughout. We're using project-based learning. Our teachers interviewed and were selected to be at our magnet schools, so we have teachers who are inherently so interested in this work. And so that's a different program than what we're doing at our wonderful neighborhood schools. So at our neighborhood schools, we have lots of examples where schools are figuring out what their specialty is. One of the other things that I found when I first came on the school district was people were saying, what's Saddleback about? You know, it's this great, quiet school district, but we'd really like to hear more. What is the vision for this school district? And we sat down with the team and we really decided that we needed to focus on 3 very important things, and we call it SV, Saddleback Valley Innovates. And it focuses on intentional lesson design. So how are we intentionally meeting the needs of every single student in our school district? In a class of 30 or 40, you have varying different levels. And as your wife well knows, you have to find lots of ways to differentiate and meet that. That's that intentionality piece. We also are really focused on engagement. It's so essential at all levels, K through 12, to really engage the students in what they're learning so that they can connect with it and be successful. And then at each of our schools, I've asked them to figure out what is their innovation or what makes their school special. So innovation may not be the traditional term of people think of technology, but it might mean this year we were able to, through special federal funding, we were able to feed 6,000 students during the month of July through our food services. They applied for a grant, they were selected, and we were so thrilled to be able to offer that to some of our families who don't have access to those lunches.
And these are families that may or may not even be going to summer school.
That's right.
Wow.
That's correct. So, and then all of those 3 things together that I mentioned, the intentional lesson design, engaging strategies for students, and the innovation component, all of those things combine to make students successful in our classrooms now and when they leave us, whenever that may be. And so that's really all of the work that we're doing this year and last year has been focused around that.
Now, one of the programs that you have that my wife is becoming a part of is, I know I'm going to get the vernacular wrong because she's told me 100 times. I call it instructional teacher's coach. I got that wrong, right? But
academic coaches.
Academic coaches. She has told me, I don't know, so many times, you know, I'm the typical husband. Oh, yeah, I got that. So tell me about that program. Because when I first heard about it, I was like, what is that?
Sure. So the very exciting thing about instructional coaching is that we're able to support teachers as they're attempting to make these big shifts. When we put Common Core into the classrooms, that was a big shift for the way that teachers were practicing their work prior. We also have new standards coming on, not the next generation science standards. We also are asking them to implement SV Innovates in their classrooms. And the best way research shows us that that works is through instructional coaching. It's so much more valuable than a one and done professional development, sort of this, come sit here all day and then leave and go and take it back and be able to do it right away. It's no, here, come sit on a very specific training, and then I, as the academic coach, am going to come in your classroom with you to help you and figure out how it works for your classroom, for your kids. And so that side-by-side teaching and coaching, really, we have seen such a sustainable change in the practices that we need to implement in our school district. And we liken it to, you know, everybody needs a coach, even professional athletes, they have a coach. Well, our teachers are experts too, but we all need support to really get better at our work every day.
And this allows them to implement lessons that suits their needs and the kids that they are teaching best. And I think a lot of people seem to get the impression, especially since Common Core, that everything's taught the same way in every classroom. Well, I can tell you from all the teachers that I know, it's very, very different. Yes, they're all teaching the things that they need to, but they all have slightly different approaches, different ways to do it. In classroom projects that are going on can be very different, and that brings a uniqueness to each class and what the teacher brings.
That's right. You know, there's a book by Robert Marzano, and he talks about the art of teaching, and it's exactly what you're saying. Our teachers are trained and gifted each in their own way, and with the instructional coaching model and the support that they get through all of our professional development in our school district, it allows them to take their strengths as an educator and really make it the best practices for student learning. That's really the outcome. How do we know if students are learning what we're teaching them?
Right, and one of the other innovations, of course, over the last 10 years is the use of devices in the classrooms. Maybe it's probably been a little bit more than 10 years, but I know the bring your own device, and then it grew into having primarily Chromebooks in the classroom. So all the kids are kind of learning on the same level as far as using this. Some people may not be able to have that type of stuff at home, but that's where the district can step in and help out, right?
Yeah, the strength of using instructional devices in the classroom is really two parts, I think. It's allowing students to create things to show their understanding. It's much more powerful for a student to create a movie where they have written the script, they have directed, they have, you know, trained the actors, they've made the setting. It's so much more powerful to create a movie to show their understanding of the American Revolution, for example, than it is to just raise their hand or write a paragraph. Those things are important too, but boy, when they really get immersed in the work, that's pretty powerful. And the second component of instructional technology that I think is so critical is it really allows the teachers to get responses from kids every time. It's not counting on that student in the front of the room to raise their hand and get that response. Often it's only the same few students who are responding. Instead, if you have something like a Google form that's being used, and it has sections for kids to practice their short answers, a teacher can throw a question out, then receive a short paragraph from every student in the classroom, really understanding what every kid knows, because again, we're talking about how do we know what students are actually learning? That's so much more powerful than just knowing maybe what one or two students in the class have to say.
Yeah, let's talk about high school for a minute, because this is where I think there are a lot of changes being made. Obviously, I've seen it more in the elementary school, but the real difference in high school nowadays is the way that things are taught. Jobs are changing, and the way that technology is being used. There are so many alternative ways for graduates to find work, to find careers. Some of them aren't looking at a four-year college. Some of them have the skills to right away get a high-paying job in some sort of tech industry with, you know, maybe just going to a Saddleback College or something like that. How are you preparing? How are you preparing the district to look at this versus 10, 12, 20 years ago where that model had not shifted yet, and we were finding that a lot of high school kids throughout the country were kind of stagnant in the ways from decades before.
Sure. Yeah, we're definitely seeing that really big push towards college and or career readiness, right? We're trying to figure out how we can meet the needs of those students that you're talking about, some that go right after college and some that want to take on a career. You know, we've just received our graduation rates and the averages from around the state and the county, and we have a graduation rate of 93%. The county and state are both 89%, so we're well above that. But we'll continue to work on being, like I said, I want to be the top in the state. So we're going to keep working on that. But also what we track are things like A through G completion rate. And A through G completion rate in high school talks about the courses you have to take, English, math, science, social studies, some electives, that make you eligible for Cal State and UC acceptance. And so we track those very, very carefully. We are seeing sharp increases in the number of our students who are prepared to go on to a four-year college. We consider that a huge success. We also are marking things like the advanced placement tests. And we've just done yet another study where we've seen the number of students who are taking advanced placement. Now that's important because those students in their mind are saying, I'm prepared to go to a college.
Right.
So not only are we seeing a huge increase, I should have the chart for you, a huge increase in the number of students who are taking advanced placement, we're seeing a huge increase in the number of students who are passing those tests. We have about an 78% pass rate for advanced placement. And it's not just saying, hey, you're doing a great job, we're going to load you up with APs, we're going to give you 8 APs and we want you to pass them all. Yeah. We're seeing many, many more students taking the tests. So we're really encouraged by that, all while our population is actually going down. So all of those things combined, we are so very aware at our high schools about how our students are doing and what are we doing to make sure they're ready for whatever that future might be, college or career. Each of our 4 high schools has specific specialties that they're always changing and growing. Trabuco Hills is known for its Med-Sci program, among many other things. Our El Toro is very, their STEM program is outstanding and well known throughout the state. They win competitions all the time. Yeah, they do. We have Mission, who has a very large and thriving international baccalaureate program, which is actually at 2 of our other high schools as well. And then Laguna Hills is known for its dual immersion. They're graduating large numbers of students who are biliterate and go on to do amazing things in both English and Spanish. So there's so many ways that we're trying to connect with kids, and we know that the more we do that, the higher their chance is of success leaving us.
Well, that sounds great. And I think really what we're seeing in all the districts, whether it's Saddleback Valley or even Capital or any of this area, they are really moving with the times. They're understanding that the way things are taught are different than what they used to. The basics are still there, but you know, when a kid in the 5th or 6th grade is now doing algebra and creating videos in a matter of minutes, the world's changing for them a lot more rapid than it certainly did for me, where the changes were over years. Now it's really over months, and they have to adapt to that, and it sounds like Saddleback Valley Unified is doing just that.
Thank you.
Great to have you on.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, hope to see you again. I'm sure I will, one way or another.
I'm sure.
All right, take care.
Have a good morning.
We'll be right back. And by the way, the website is, if you want to find out more, is svusd.org. Hey Laguna Woods, it's Ken.
And Lisa.
Did you miss an episode of This Day? Not to worry. Head over to youtube.com and search Village Television.
Here you can find each episode of This Day and other community programs such as Good Day OC, Discovering Laguna Woods, and much more.
Just click the red subscribe button, then click the bell to be emailed every time we upload a video.
Don't miss out.
And subscribe today.
Welcome back. Today we have the Globe headlines with Jennifer Carmarker, and we're always so glad that you come because when I try to do it, it's never the same.
Well, I appreciate you doing it. I'm sure you do a bang-up job.
No, well, I try. I try to fill your shoes. As long as I get the paper early morning, we're all good. So what do you have for us today?
So we have some wonderful photos from the Grandparents Fun Day event on Saturday. And, you know, it was really hot out there, but despite the heat wave, this year's Grandparents Fun Day attracted nearly 400 residents and their grandkids to Clubhouse 2 on Saturday. It was a day of multi-generational bonding. New attractions and activities featured a rock wall, a toddler inflatable play area, a maze, and a mad science experiment booth.
Oh,
that
fun.
Sounds fun. The Euro Bungee toddler inflatable play area and face painters were also a hit. And Laguna Woods resident Trudy Myers, who attended with her 11-year-old grandson Sean, said this year's event was the best so far. She said it was hot, but being able to cool off at the pool at Clubhouse 2 saved the day.
And when it looks adorable, look at how fun. Everyone's having such a good time.
It looks like
good
a
photography.
blast.
The colors are great.
Yeah.
Looks good.
Really nice. I think I'll take my little grandson next year. He's a little bit
Oh,
too
there's
young
our
right
clowns.
now. The clowns, yep. Village clowns were there from Clown Alley.
Aw, they look great, and they look like they're having a good time.
Yeah, I think everybody did.
Nice.
So it was a nice event. In other news, on Tuesday, more than 100 bus riders petitioning for the, this was on Wednesday, August 1st, more than 100 bus riders petitioning for the return of the 7-day fixed route system overflowed the boardroom at the Golden Rain Foundation Mobility and Vehicles Committee. The petition called for a reasonable and dependable bus system to be available for residents every day of the week, including Saturday and Sunday. Now, currently, a 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. system known as the Easy Rider acts as a fixed eight-route bus system, and that is available Monday through Friday. And as of January, weekend rides and commutes outside business hours have been put in transit by a call-ahead system called Plan a Ride. That is in an effort to relieve service costs and solve the empty bus problem. Though the reservation-based program's performance has been up, averaging 300 to 400 riders daily during the week and more than 600 on weekends, according to a Village Management Services staff report, it has been met with mixed reviews from residents. At the meeting, exactly 260 signatures were collected for the petition. They had 178 from United, 80 from Third Mutual, and 2 from the Towers. Of the concerns voiced by the more than 20 residents who spoke during the meeting, dependability was a common tie. Anecdotes of 2-hour wait times, negligent plan-a-ride vehicles failing to answer a call, and worries of being punctual to doctor's appointments were of high concern. So reinstating a daily 8-route system, according to a staff report, would cost $250,000 annually and would result in a $1.64 per month assessment increase per manor and $1 million upon the return to an 11-route system, which it used to be. That would result in a $6.54 per month assessment increase per manor. The committee passed a motion to schedule a meeting. This will be a special televised meeting to talk about alternative transportation options. That will be held 9:30 a.m. Friday, August 31st in the Community Center boardroom.
Okay.
So that'll be, I'm sure, an important and well-attended meeting, and it will be televised here on Channel 6.
Right, and we've been talking about, you know, transportation for some time, and so I was wondering when that may happen because I thought people would be concerned, as we have heard.
Yes,
so.
we
Well,
have.
good. Well, hopefully they'll figure out a solution for everyone.
We hope so. We hope so.
Oh, good. Thanks. Mom.
So we have some other news. The Golden Rain Foundation Board commended lifeguard Emilio Basurto, I hope I pronounced that correctly, for his second save on the job on Saturday, July 7th, when he noticed a woman struggling in the water at Pool 4. Within 30 seconds, he extracted the swimmer who was suffering from debilitating head pain and performed life-saving measures.
Oh, my.
So he was commended, given a nice plaque
Oh, good for him. That's
at the
great.
board meeting.
Thank goodness they're there.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, thank goodness. So that's his second save,
Wow.
second life saving.
He's on
so.
He's on it.
He is on top of things.
Good.
Thank you, Emilio.
Yeah.
In other news, the board unanimously carried a motion to open next year's art affair to the general public. So that'll be something new. In contrast to past events, the affair will be open to non-residents, and it will be held on a Saturday, and it will have parking provided for shoppers on site. Annually, there are about 400 attendees and 45 vendors who turn out for the event, according to a staff report. Registration is $10 per artist and free for attendees, and they've already scheduled the next art affair for 2019. That will be Saturday, April 27th at Clubhouse 2.
Great.
So mark your calendars now.
Right, and all the artists that we have here, that's great exposure for them.
It's wonderful.
Perfect.
It's wonderful.
Perfect.
So that was some good news. And the board also unanimously approved a resolution that removes convenience fees applied to electronic transactions for fines, fees, and chargeable services via credit card. The GRF electronic payment policy will only charge a 2.95% convenience fee to credit payers for assessments. So they're taking it away from the fees, from fines, fees, and chargeable services.
Okay, good.
So, formerly fines, fees, and chargeable services were subject to the $2.95 user fee.
Okay.
So that will be gone.
Okay.
And, our Healthy Living columnist, Amy Osmond, has an article today outlining 4 ways to boost your metabolism, which we all know is great for weight loss, and bikini season, you know, is here for some of us.
Yeah, right.
So one of the ways Amy recommends is to drink green tea. She writes, on your next coffee break, try drinking green tea instead. As the granddaddy of healthy drinks, the properties in green tea lower cholesterol and blood pressure, block plaque often linked to Alzheimer's disease, and help stabilize blood sugar in people with diabetes. So that's a good tip, Amy. And to read the rest of her tips, you can pick them up in today's Globe.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, and finally, we get to our favorite part of the day.
I was going to say, there was quite a pause there. I thought, did you not have any letters to the editor?
Drum roll, please. We have a full page of letters, as usual. So this week's letters, we have praising the handyman and other services in United. We got a lot of
I've heard great things about the handyman. They really like him.
They
He's
really
busy.
do. They really do. Now they've got a second guy in training.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I guess demand must have, they must have had to add somebody else.
Well, people don't, if they don't have the help, they need the help, and if he's available, why not?
Why not? Another letter talked about recently paved streets that left behind a mess. There's a letter praising George the plumber, and another praising the landscape crew.
Nice.
Yeah, so we got some positive letters going this week.
Good.
I like to see that. We also had a letter from Lucy Falk, who writes, how do you feel about placing your groceries in a cart that had previously been used by a shopper who had placed a dog, or better yet, a child with shoes on in your cart? She writes, lately I have found small children and some not so small climbing into our shopping carts, shoes and all, where we place our food items. Aside from causing potential harm to the child, she writes, where are our sanitary laws protecting the customer?
That's actually a really good point. I never even thought about that with my cart, because people like to bring their dog, and if they don't have something put down, that's a really good point.
Right.
What if you're allergic to dogs?
What if you're allergic? And I get in the habit of wiping down the handle, but I don't.
But now we have to do the whole thing.
The whole thing.
Just go for a car wash.
Exactly.
A Purell wash or something like that. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you. Those are great information, and thank you for the pictures of Grandparents' Day.
Absolutely.
Looks like everybody had a good time.
Yes, it does.
All right, thank you. And remember, if you want your copy of the Globe, you go to the first floor of the Community Services Building on Thursday morning. We'll be right back.
#1 choice for wood flooring and more is LA Carpet.
Now during their 2-day sale, visit their showroom now and get 65% off wood flooring, laminate, and waterproof flooring.
Plus, get 5-year, 0% financing.
LA Carpet, #1 for you.
Well, as Ken mentioned earlier, it is Orange County Fair time, and that's coming up here in July. And I have Kathy Kramer and Terry Moore here, who's going to tell us all about the exciting and fun things that we have going on. I'm exhausted just talking about it. You guys have a lot going on. So tell me some really exciting new things. And so I'm just going to jump right into it, because I had emailed Terry and said, please bring me all the fun, yummy foods, which I know you can't do. But tell me about some of the fun new ones that are coming up.
Oh gosh, we have some really amazing creative new foods this year. We have deep fried deep fried filet mignon. There we go.
Oh, gosh.
Deep fried filet mignon on a stick.
Right.
We have a peanut butter and jelly sriracha donut funnel cake. Talk about that. Did you think when you went to the cupboard for a peanut butter and jelly sandwich you were going to put sriracha on it?
Not at all.
We have a brand new food stand this year. Who Fried the Cheese? You'll love the name of that one. Who Fried the Cheese is going to be featuring fried cheese curds. Going to be one of my favorite mac and cheese bites, and then a shrimp and cheese jammer. So many, many. And if you like to graze like I do, come and visit us on Thursdays for the Taste of OC Food for $3 from noon to 4. Most of our concessionaires participate, and you can graze your way through the fair with small bite size.
That's a great
idea.
idea. I like
Fantastic.
that. That does sound
Absolutely.
fun.
Yes.
Now, some of the pictures that we're looking at, okay, when I saw it, it was huge. And is it a donut? What is that thing?
That is a deep fried pineapple from our friend Chicken Charlie, a concessionaire who is famous for frying anything.
I didn't even know that was a pineapple.
I know, right?
That thing is huge.
It is.
That is crazy. What is on the outside? Is that like a donut?
It is drizzled with chocolate,
Oh,
powder
okay.
coating.
Okay, now this one looked delicious. It was like a pineapple with, was that
That's
teriyaki?
another one
or?
of Chicken Charlie's famous creations. That's a pineapple bowl that's been carved out, a teriyaki chicken and rice, and there's also pineapple chunks put back into the.
Now, where will he be located in the fair?
He has several locations.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think 3 or 4. But you will know Chicken Charlie. It's a very active video screens. The colors on his are red and yellow, and Chicken Charlie's is all over it.
Okay.
So and larger than life images of all of his products.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
yes.
Well, most of the places have all
Yes.
these crazy signs. So.
Yeah, they do.
It's fun.
What else? Was there any other ones that are really going to stand out?
Terry, anything that you've actually got to sample some of them.
I'm interested in the caramel crack fries.
Yes.
So these are French fries coated with butter, with
Nothing is hard to help you.
with cinnamon sugar on
Yes,
top,
yes, yes.
whipped cream, and sprinkles. So they've turned French fries into this crazy dessert. And then we are going to have a bunch of unicorn themed things, unicorn and mermaid, floats and shakes and all kinds of big fancy beautiful unicorn things. There you go.
Yeah, there were some drinks that I saw
those
that we're
floats.
showing them now. Okay, so tell me what's in these. They look refreshing.
There's a fancy lemonade in the mermaid float, and then there's whipped cream, sprinkles, candy, and it's topped with cotton candy.
Oh my gosh. You know, do you have Zantac stations? Because you're going to go eating all this stuff and go, oh, I feel horrible after.
I thought of one more.
Oh, what?
I thought of one more, and this one is so fun to say. It's called the pork and swine. How appropriate. It is a sourdough bread with garlic, butter, cheddar, mozzarella, ham, and pineapple.
Oh my.
Pork and swine.
Oh,
Brand new.
No. Oh my gosh, those are crazy.
Yes. Crazy foods.
I
for
know.
the-
Well,
for the OC
you
Fair.
can't go anywhere else to get that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
so that's why it's
absolutely.
so much fun,
Yes.
right?
That's right. It's a once-a-year experience. Everybody doesn't eat this way all the time, but it's something like you
no.
save up your calories for and then just have a great time.
Exactly, exactly. Okay, so let's talk about some of the entertainment that you guys have coming. I mean, some really fun bands.
Yes. Absolutely. We have a stellar lineup in the Pacific Amphitheater. We already have 2 sold-out shows, Steve Martin and Martin Short and Brent Eldridge. But don't fear, there's plenty more. We have Hunter Hayes, Willie Nelson and Family, and Allison Krauss. That's going to be a fantastic show.
Yeah.
I see our cameraman getting excited about that one. We also have, before we open the fair on July 12th, we have Frankie Valli performing with the Pacific Symphony.
I
That
saw
will
that.
be, I'll tell you, if you've never seen, Pacific Symphony is with us for the 2nd year, and if you've never seen them perform with music and having vocals, it's just an amazing opportunity in the PAC Amp. So,
Right.
yes,
And-
we'd love to have them.
And tell me about Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Earth, Wind, and Fire. They're going to be rocking the house.
so
I know.
fun.
Cool in the Gang.
Oh, they're coming
We have
too?
Cool in the Gang.
You guys
we
had
have
so many.
We do. We
So
have a
many.
stellar. We'll end the fair with return of Steve Miller and Peter Frampton.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Great.
There's something for everyone. We've got
Yeah.
comedy, Jim Gaffigan. You know, outside of the Pacific Amphitheater, also remember that with the purchase of a concert ticket, you get admitted to the fair for OC Fair admission for free.
Right.
And then the Hangar, which is one of our most popular venues, that's been our tribute, we're tribute bands.
Okay.
So a great lineup of tribute bands this year. In addition, we have Firefall, the real Firefall, Poco and Toto will also be performing at
that's at the Hangar?
At the Hangar,
Okay.
absolutely. And lots of things going on at the Action Sports Arena.
Right.
If you love demo derbies, we've got something from everyone, from the monster truck demo derbies to the damsels of distress, where it's an all-female drivers in that crash,
Wow.
or in that derby.
Is that only during the fair?
Yes, during the fair. During the fair, and we also have 5 nights of rodeo this year.
Wow.
Yeah, something for everyone.
You're right. Something for everybody, but you certainly can't do it all.
No.
You can.
So you got to kind of pick and choose.
Yeah, what's great is to go to ocfair.com, look at the schedules, and choose the things you want to attend. There is something new in the Action Sports Arena I just thought of, and it's Daredevils and Wheels. It's a death-defying motorcycle stunt show. They ride in these giant metal cages up and around, and they have these aerial stunts that they do. It's going to be crazy fun. Hold your breath.
Oh my! Oh
That's
my!
new this year, right, Terry?
That's new. Okay, that is awesome. Let's talk about the theme, free your inner farmer. So what are you guys trying to portray with that?
Well, it's the second year of a 3-year strategy to really bring agriculture to an urban environment. Our viewers may not realize this, but we are mandated, we're the California Department of Food and Ag, and we are mandated to produce an annual fair featuring agriculture. We've been doing that for 128 years, and the last year was focused on food and fiber, and this year is about the people of agriculture. So we're really wanting to have experiences where you can learn where your food comes from. So there'll be we'll have life-size cutouts of 3 different farming and citrus operations in Orange County, so people can have a chance to. And we're hoping that by the end of the fair, it will inspire you to free your own farmer. We like to say, just because you may not be a farmer from Kansas and be able to grow crops, you can do that, from potted herbs on your kitchen to raised beds to container gardening, and just getting people excited. And you know what's surprising to me is that food preservation, we had almost double the entry of food preservation from last year. So people are really wanting to. We talked to somebody, in one of the receptionists, as we were waiting, and she talked about her fruit trees and how she's taking those and making preserves. In fact, she was even entered them in the past.
Oh, wow.
So how people are connecting to where their food comes from and buying local and understanding that. So, and we're gonna have some fun with that Free Your Inner Farmer. On Thursdays, if you wear your overalls from noon to 3, you get in for free. What a great way. So dig out those overalls.
Oh, that's so cute.
I know.
And you know, going back to what you were saying about gardening, I mean, it really is actually rewarding. I just did it myself, and so I planted a variety of different things. But what's kind of, I think, nice is that you tend to it. And so it's caring for something, right?
Absolutely.
So that's kind of nice.
And that great connection with the earth. And as Kathy said, that's what fairs are all about. That's why we started, and that's why we continue. So we think it's fun because in Orange County, agriculture is a little bit of a novelty, but we wanted to feel more connected to our urban audience. That's why during the fair we'll have cooking demos with farm fresh herbs and vegetables and fruits from our farm. We'll also have, in the culinary area, the chance to have a farm-to-shaker cocktail or mocktail using fresh ingredients from the farm.
Oh,
well, also, too, is one of the 15 ways, which is posted on our website, by the way, ocfair.com, to free your inner farmer, is that we'll have guided tours. You may not realize, but we have a 3-acre working farm. It's open with animals and crops, and you'll have a chance to have a guided tour so you can understand the crops and the animals. And one of my favorite things is we have new babies at the farm. So come and see. There'll be some piglets born during the farm, during the fair, some baby goats, some new kids there. So it's always fun to see the families interacting and seeing those brand new farm animals.
Oh, well, hopefully they're as cute as some of those little things you see on Instagram.
They're just as cute.
They're
adorable. They're adorable. And we also, last year, we added into the farm a pig cam. So if you can't get enough of them when you're there, when you're at home, and you need a little stress relief, just log on to ocfair.com, and you can actually see those stinking little cutes.
Well, there was some cute little
photos
photos that I came across about the little pigs where they were eating some avocado sandwich or something. And it was huge.
It was actually a birthday
that was our
cake.
birthday that was last year.
Last year we had a birthday party for the new piglets born during the fair, and one of our farm hands created that out of pig food and then topped it with lettuce and apples.
Oh, is that what that was?
And so the babies and the mama were
cute.
having a birthday party.
It was darling. It was darling. So, Kathy, let's talk about some of the things that are, you know, specific to our residents' age, 55 and over. And I know you're a resident yourself, so let's talk about that.
I know, I love it. My husband and I, Jim, have lived in Laguna, the village, for 3 years, and I absolutely love it here. So, would like to invite all my neighbors. Friday is Senior Day, $5 admission, and you also get a ride on the merry-go-round and the Ferris wheel.
Okay.
And then if you don't like to drive, you can leave the driving to someone else. On Fridays and Saturdays, OC Fair Express. We actually have a pickup point here in Laguna Woods. I'm sorry, Laguna Hills by the post office.
Okay.
And it is one of the best deals. So seniors can get a round trip transportation for $1.50 and $4 fare admission. And you know what? No traffic, no parking, and it's door to door. Literally drops you off at Yellow Gates.
And is there any limitations on times?
The times are posted. It makes trips all throughout the day.
But you could go to the fair all day for that price, right?
Absolutely.
It's not like restricted.
No, it's not restricted.
That's amazing.
From opening to close, and then there's just a flow of the shuttle service, and it is literally express. It is nonstop to the door.
That's awesome. Right up to the front.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
And I know living in the village that we have some veterans. Every day of the fair, active military and veterans with their ID, free admission.
That's great.
And they're able to buy up to 6 half-price tickets. So we really love to say thank you to those who have served our country, and would love to invite all the veterans out and take advantage of that. Speaking of veterans, if I may, Heroes Hall. I don't know if our residents have been out to see Heroes Hall. It's been open for about 1.5 years. We have a new exhibit at Heroes Hall called Brave Mind. It's a partnership with USC, and it's a virtual reality technology that is helping veterans overcome PTSD. It's a brand new, we'll open, we're actually having a soft opening tonight. We'll be part of the, open as part of the admission to fair. There is no charge. Guests can come in and actually put on virtual reality goggles and understand some of the experiences that our veterans have had to go through, and it's just very cutting edge technology. So we're very excited to have fairgoers come and take advantage of that at Heroes Hall.
That sounds awesome. That sounds great. And then, of course, as you mentioned, you've got other things like Imaginology, and then you have your Centennial Farm. So those are things that are year-round that you can participate in, right?
You know, it's interesting. When I got here 3.5 years ago and was getting in the community, they said, well, what else do you do when you're not doing the fair? Well, lots of things. The fair runs for 23 days, but we're a year-round event center. We host over 150 events annually. We also have Centennial Farm, which is our 3-acre working farm. Over 150,000 children come to the Centennial Farm for education tours and hands-on learning throughout the year. And now one of our newest educational assets is Heroes Hall, which is a museum dedicated to telling the stories of veterans.
Right. Awesome.
I know.
Well, very good. Thank you so much, ladies. So July 13th is opening day.
July 13th.
And there's something exciting about opening day.
There is. Free till 3. Free parking and free admission from noon to 3.
That's great.
So I invite everyone, neighbors, please come see me at the OC Fair. Love to have you. There's something for everything. Bring your grandkids. There's great promotions. Visit our website for many of those great opportunities, ocfair.com.
Well, thank you, ladies.
Yes,
I think we covered just about everything.
I think so.
There was so much to cover, but thank you again. Good luck for your opening days.
Thanks, we appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you.
And if you want any more information about all of this, there's plenty of information on their website, and that's ocfair.com. We'll be right back.
Summer is here. Diane's Hallmark has everything you need to make summer cool. From clothing to jewelry to unique one-of-a-kind gifts, Diane's Hallmark is the place to go. Diane's also has a large religious section as well. Come in today to see it all. Diane's Hallmark is located in the Walmart Shopping Center next to Hobby Lobby.
The Crean Family Farm is a special section of the zoo where you can pet and feed goats and sheep, learn about animals, ride the train, and the new 50-monkey Ferris wheel. Behind us, the train is going by, so Ethan's going to tell us a little bit about the farm and how it got its name.
Sure. So the farm opened in 2004 as the Crean Family Farm. We did have a a smaller farm area in the zoo that dates back to the 1970s. It was starting to show its age, and we knew we could do more with the farm area. So that's when a campaign started for a new family farm area in the zoo. And the Green family came in with a lead gift donation towards this project. So they are named, and it's named the Green Family Farm. We have a variety of rare breed farm animals. So those are breeds of livestock, of goats and sheep and pigs and cows that are not very common anymore. So breeds that may have been common 100 or 150 years ago and now have sort of gone away. So we want to represent those heritage breeds here at the zoo. In addition to the rare breeds, we also are starting to incorporate some play areas and interactive elements for smaller children that relate to the farm area. And also we have homes for many of our education animals, so the animals that we use in programs for visitors coming to the zoo and also schools. So we have all of that represented in the farm. And on top of that, we have a large classroom. It's literally on top of that because it's the second floor of our barn. And the rides, we have a carousel, the conservation carousel, the Zoofari train ride, and the new 50 Monkey Ferris wheel, which talks about the story of the 50 monkeys at Prentice Park.
The Santa Ana Zoo is located right off the 5 freeway off 1st Street on Chestnut Avenue in Santa Ana. Very simple to get to. The zoo is open 7 days a week from 10 to 4, closed major holidays. There is a senior rate, 60 years and over, of $9. Wheelchairs and electric scooters are available for rent. For more information, visit their website at www.santaanazoo.org. A lot of fun at the fair, and you were just asking if the Ferris wheel was new, and yes, the Ferris wheel, it's called the 50 Monkey Ferris wheel, and they just opened that in May, and so that's a really fun thing to bring your kids.
Yeah, because I didn't see that before.
Nope, so that's brand new. So we'll be having some more footage of the zoo in the next couple weeks, so you'll be able to take a look at some other great things.
Yeah, it's a nice little zoo. I mean, it really is.
It's a great little getaway, and it's super close, so like 10 minutes away.
Yeah, so very good. Now, our movie coming up on Friday is called Paul, Apostle of Christ, and this tells the story of two men. Luke, as a friend and physician, risks his life when he ventures into the city of Rome to visit Paul, who is held captive in Nero's darkest, bleakest prison cell. But Nero is determined to rid Rome of Christians and does not flinch from executing them in the grisliest ways possible. And before Paul's death sentence can be enacted, Luke resolves to write another book, one that details the beginnings of the way and the birth of what will come to be known as the church. So this movie is fairly new, came out earlier this year, and it's rated PG-13. So we'll have it for you on Friday at 2 o'clock and at 7 o'clock. And our movie coming up on...
Oh, on Monday we have, it's called Wonder Wheel. I almost called it Wacky Wheel. Wonder Wheel. It actually has Justin Timberlake and Juno Temple in it, and is directed by Woody Allen. It's a PG-13 movie, and it tells the story of 4 characters whose lives intertwine amid the hustle and bustle of the Coney Island amusement park in the 1950s. Ginny, an emotionally volatile former actress, now working as a waitress in a clam house. Humpty, Ginny's rough-hewn carousel operator husband, and Mickey, a handsome young lifeguard who dreams of becoming a playwright, and also another character, Carolina, Humpty's long-estranged daughter, who is now hiding out from gangsters at her father's apartment. Well, that sounds like an awful lot of characters to follow, but it looks pretty good, and that'll be on Monday, August 13th at 2 and 6 p.m.
It would be interesting to see how they did this, because a lot of those rides still exist, although most of them do not anymore. It's Coney Island is just a shadow of what it used to be.
Right.
But the Wonder Wheel is still there.
Yep.
So if you want to go there, and if you can't get over there, well, where's the other Wonder Wheel? It's right here at California Adventure. There's only 2. Two in the United States.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, or that type of a Ferris wheel.
Okay.
And the one here is bigger, so there you go.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So we want to mention about that if you would like to be a part of one of the boards, meaning United and/or Third, there are going to be positions available when they do their election. So if you want to be a part of this, for United, you have until tomorrow to get your name on the list. That is tomorrow, August 10th at 5 p.m. Fill out the application. You can either get it here in the community center building or get it online and fill that out. And you can see the dates coming up to meet the candidates is only a week from then, and the ballots are at the counted the 28th and so on. Now for Third, you got a few extra days. Third, I believe, is the 15th of August. So again, you need to get a ballot, or excuse me, get your application in, fill out the forms, and get that back to the office up on the second floor.
Yeah.
And those are the dates you have to get those back. So if you want United, you really need to pick that up today.
Exactly. And if you need any help at all, they'd be more than happy to help you fill it out and give you some ideas of what to put in there. So
yeah,
they will hold your hand through the process.
Yes.
Okay.
So get that in.
And then obviously the air isn't so great outside and it's still pretty warm. So if you guys wanted to go to the library, they have new extended hours. So now that on every Wednesday now, it's open from 10 a.m. until 7 p.m. Although I guess that's not starting until the 15th, so that's not till next week.
Yeah, it's not till next week.
But nonetheless,
yeah,
you can still go to our library. They've got tons of great things in there for you to do and read and watch, and it's all good.
Yeah, in fact, I believe we have Eileen coming up, Eileen Ordway at the library next week. I forget if it's Monday or Tuesday, but she'll be on and kind of give us an update of that. So we got our movies done, we got the library done, the applications. Now a minute left or so for the weather. And again, what has happened this morning is that marine layer came in, which is good, but it sort of put a cap on all the smoke in the area. And although it's not as bad here up in the foothills, it certainly is. And obviously, if for some reason you need to head over on the other side into the Inland Empire and those areas, it's really bad over there.
And the
so keep that in
74
mind.
is closed.
Yeah, the 74 is closed, Ortega Highway. So please keep that in mind, which also means the 9115 are going to be horrendous if you have to go out there.
Right.
So here are the temps for today, very similar to what we had yesterday. And we're going to be in the mid-90s throughout and upper 90s. I said yesterday when I got home about 4:30, 5 o'clock, we were 101 at our house, 101 and smoky. Not a great combination. And that will continue through today. Tomorrow, maybe a slight chance of rain. Really doubt it, but you know, a couple of the forecasts in the area show that it's on there, so kind of hoping. Here we go for tomorrow.
Firefighters still need that for sure.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we have Sterling Financial Advisors, the United Update. We also have the Alzheimer's Association, and then Crystal Cove Cottage. We're bringing that to you again because it's such a great opportunity to help them out with their fundraising so they can have more cottages for you to rent.
All right, very good, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day.
Bye.